Hi everyone, it's Gillian and welcome back to my channel Hooked and Smitten and another crochet tutorial. For today's tutorial we're going to be working on these Christmas pouches that you can use for gift giving this holiday season. Let's get started. To begin round one, we're going to start by placing a slip knot on our hook and chain 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 18, 19. In the third chain from the hook, so you're going to skip the first 2 chains, you're going to make a double crochet. And the skip chains in the beginning does not count as a stitch. Make 1 double crochet into the next 15 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15. In the last chain, you're going to make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. You're going to turn your work so that you're working the opposite side of the chain, and you're going to make 1 double crochet into the next 15 stitches, into the next 15 chains. So you're going to start right here where you made your first double crochet, so you have the 3 in the corner. So this will be your first double crochet of this other end of the chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15. Into the space where you made your first double crochet, you're going to make 2 double crochets. 1 and 2. And you're going to join with a slip stitch to the first double crochet stitch. At the end of round 1, you should have a total of 36 double crochets. For round 2, you're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and the chain 2 counts as a double crochet. You're going to make 1 double crochet into the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and you're not going to complete that 5th stitch. You're going to add your next color, and that's going to be for the trunk of the tree. You're going to pull that through. You're going to make 1 double crochet into the next 4 stitches, and you're going to be carrying the first color with you, the main color. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you're going to switch back to your main color. And you can get rid of this color because you're all done with it. And make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. And you're going to make 1 double crochet into each stitch all the way around until you get to the chain 2. So continue that way and I will meet you at the end. At the end of the round, you're going to join with a slip stitch into the second chain. And that is the end of round 2, and you want to go and check and make sure that you still have 36 stitches. For round 3, you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and in that same space where you made your slip stitch, you're going to make 2 double crochets. 1 and 2, and you're not going to complete that double crochet. You're going to add the color that you're going to be using for the tree, and you're going to pull that through to complete the stitch. And you're going to be carrying the main color with you. So you're going to be carrying the red. I'm carrying my red, or whatever color you're using. You're now going to skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and into the next stitch you're going to make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3, and you're going to repeat 3 more times. Skip 2, 1, 2, and make 3 double crochets into the next. 1, 2, and 3, and you're going to repeat 2 more times. Skip 2, 1, 2, and make 3 double crochets into the next. 1, 2, and 3, and repeat 1 more time. Skip 2 and 3 double crochets into the next. 1, 2, and 3, and you're going to switch colors here, and you're going to drop that color that you're using for the tree. You're not going to be carrying it, and you're just going to continue making your repeat like you did here. You're going to skip 2, 1, 2, and make 3 double crochets into the next. 1, 2, and 3, and you're going to repeat this sequence all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end. At the end of the round, you should have 2 stitches left. You're going to skip those 2 stitches, and you're going to join with a slip stitch to the top of the chain 3. And at the end of round 3, you should have 12 clusters of 3 double crochets around. So let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And it's also important that the trunk that you made for the bottom of the tree, that it's even. Right here and right here. And that is the end of round 3. For round 4, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and in the space below where you made your chain 3, make 2 double crochets. One and 2. In the next space, you're going to make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3, and you're not going to complete that last stitch. You're going to bring this color over like that, and because it's such a small area, you can do that, and make sure you don't pull it too tight, and then you're just going to work over it when you're making your stitches. You're going to carry the main color with you into the next space and make 3 double crochets. And I like to work over that loop that I carried in the previous round, which is the red color right here. And that's optional. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. 1, 2, and 3, and you're going to repeat into the next space, make 3 double crochets, and there is that red that I carried from the previous round. 1, 2, and 3, and repeat into the next space, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3, and you're not going to complete that last stitch. You're going to switch colors, and I'm going to drop my white, and I'm going to do the same thing with it in the next round. Into the next space, make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3, and you're going to repeat this sequence all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end. At the end of the round, you're going to join with a slip stitch to the top of the chain 3. And that is the end of round 4, and you should still have 12 clusters of 3 double crochets all around, and that number is not gonna change because we're not making any increases. For round 5, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. In the space below, make 2 double crochets. 1 and 2. In the next space, make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3, and repeat into the next space, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3, and you're going to switch colors here. You're going to bring this over like you did before. And you're going to make 3 double crochets into the next space. 1, 2, and 3, and repeat into the next space, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3, and you're going to switch your colors here. Three double crochets into the next space. 1, 2, and 3, and you're going to repeat this all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end. At the end of the round, you're going to join with a slip stitch to the top of the chain 3. For round 6, chain 3, make 2 double crochets into the space below. You're going to make a cluster of 3 double crochets into the next 3 spaces, 1, 2, and 3. And 3, and you're not going to complete that last stitch. You're going to switch colors. Into the next space, make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3, and you're going to switch colors. Into the next space, make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3, and you can go ahead and fasten off this color that you're using for the tree. And you're going to repeat this sequence all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end. At the end of the round, you're going to join with a slip stitch to the top of the chain 3. And that is the end of round 6. For round 7, chain 3. Into the space below, make 2 double crochets. Into the next space, make 3 double crochets. Into the next space, make 3 double crochets. You're going to repeat this sequence all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end. At the end of the round, you're going to join with a slip stitch to the top of the chain 3. And that is the end of round 7. You're going to repeat round 7 2 more times, and that's going to bring you up to round 9. So we'll meet back here at the end of round 9. At the end of the round, you're going to make a slip stitch to the top of the chain 3, and you're going to chain 1 and fasten off this round. And you should have 7 rows of the granny square pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that is the end of round 9. For round 10, we're going to join in 1 stitch over from where we completed the round. So this is where we completed the round. We're going to join in this stitch right here, and I'm going to join with a standing single crochet, and you can also use a slip stitch, chain 1, and make a single crochet into the same space. For a standing single crochet, put a slip knot on your hook and go into that space and pull up a loop. You have 2 loops on your hook. You're going to wrap your hook and pull through both loops. You're now going to chain 30, and here you can chain as many as you would like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 28, 29, 30. And you're going to slip stitch into the single crochet stitch. You're now going to make 1 single crochet into the next 18 stitches. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 18. Chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you're going to join in the single crochet stitch with a slip stitch. You're going to make 1 single crochet into the next 17 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 17. And this is the last round, so you're going to fasten off here. I'm going to go into the single crochet stitch and into the back loop of the last single crochet stitch. You can go ahead and weave in your ends. So next we're going to make the star that goes atop of the Christmas tree. To make the star, you're going to start with a magic ring, chain 1, and that chain 1 doesn't count as a stitch. Into the ring, make a single crochet, chain 2, and you want to be loose on your chain 2, and you're going to make a slip stitch into the back bump of the first chain, which is right here. There's a bump, as you can see. Make a slip stitch. Make a single crochet into the ring, chain 2, and make a slip stitch into the back bump of the first chain, and you're going to repeat single crochet into the ring, chain 2, and make a slip stitch into the back bump. And you're going to repeat 2 more times, so we already did 3, so you're going to make a single crochet, chain 2, slip stitch into the back bump, single crochet into the ring, chain 2, and make a slip stitch into that back bump. So we should have 5 peaks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're going to close your ring. And you're going to make a slip stitch into the first single crochet stitch. And you're going to chain 1. You can tighten your ring a bit, and we're just going to tie these together. And I'm going to use my hot glue gun to put this at the top of the tree. And that is the end of the tutorial, and you've just created a little pouch that you can use for whatever you want for gift giving. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, share it, and I will see you in the next video.